Hello, Leo. Welcome to your September 2016 spiritual growth reading. This is Kathy with Tarot Me a Story, and I wanted to share with you. Um, um, I forgot. No, what? How I cleanse my crystals and purify my cards, purify my crystals. I said cleanse. Yeah, I want to say cleanse because I made a big mistake one time. This beautiful, great big amethyst crystal. It was in the natural state with the all the sharp edges and the peaks. And I was young and kind of dumb, I guess. Or do you know what? I just wasn't thinking. I was cleaning the house. It was sitting out. I was spraying a little bit of window cleaner on stuff, and then I sprayed it on that rock, and it ruined it. It changed the color and made all these weird spots come out. So don't use chemicals. Use soapy water that's been diluted, like dish soap, mild soap. Don't leave anything that's going to leave a residue, like ivory. But one of the way I purify my cards is this is was given to me. It was made by a Native American. It was a Blackfoot medicine man made this. He didn't make it especially for me, but maybe he did. He just didn't know. I didn't know it yet. But it landed in my hands. I was the only owner of it, and it's beautiful. And I got this in the mid-'80s, and this is all natural. This is amethyst, and I gotta look this up, what this Yellowstone is. And the blue is on the tip of my tongue, but it's metal. The metal is bronze or brass. They used to be bright yellow. I didn't want to polish them because I don't want to mess up anything. But and abalone, and it's all handmade by a Blackfoot medicine man, and that's one of the things I use to purify my these native cards. Native, I don't know what you call them. Native, tribal. There's a name for the culture. It's like horticulture. They live live off the land. And it's Joseph Campbell used to use it all the time. And I don't know what it is. When I sit down here to do readings, my vocabulary is gone, and I don't know what's up with that. I know that when I read out of books, I have a lot of trouble. But I know it's like learning to use both sides of my brain. So some of the things. This is my box where I have all of my tarot cards, and I have silk. I wrap them in. This is silk, and there's the silk lining in the box, and then I put gems and jewelry. Gems have a high vibration, and here's a little diamond necklace a friend gave me, and just putting your you could keep your jewelry in there because of the vibrations of the stones. Like these are old faceted crystal. And the way you can tell it's crystals, it's ice cold if you put it up to your face. And so I put a lot of that stuff in there. And then my meditation beads, and these are old, from the 20s, a long strand of faceted garnets. And it's all falling out. I left them falling out because when they were falling out, I thought, wow, it looks like a treasure chest. And what am I, 10 years old? That was an old piece of, some antique jade. It's way too fragile to wear. But I'd be afraid I would just lose it. Of course, if I had one of those clasps on here. Yeah, it's just way too fragile to wear. It's very, very old. But it's great to, for the energy, for the vibration of the jewelry. And for the, and so like crystals like these, the way I purify them, and I don't do anything to this because I don't want to change the energy of that. most of these things have my energy, which I think it's fine. Because I'm touching the cards all the time. They're picking up my energy. And spirit is coming through me. But like to purify the stones or to purify a deck, if you want to hold a deck and you feel like you really need to purify it, you can do it the way I do it. I do with crystals and jewelry or anything you want purified. You can either, like anything with a crystalline, like diamonds and gems and crystals. You can put outside in the sun for an hour. You put on a windowsill where the sun shines in them. Outside's a little better, but how secure do you feel with that? It depends on your backyard. And or just sitting them in a windowsill is great. Open the window so some air. But they get charged by the sun. And then the other thing I do is you can charge your cards or your crystals with your mind. And I've read lots of ways of doing it, and I've tried lots of ways. But one way I do it is I hang on to it, and I visualize, and I don't know why I always see Jesus, but that's who I see. Even though I've studied more Eastern philosophy than Christian, I've read a lot about Christian saints, but I don't know anything about Christian religion. But I always see Jesus, and he's got his arms widespread, and light is coming down from him, and it goes down through my head, through my whole body, up through my hands, and my hands just fill up with light, and the cards fill up with light, or whatever I'm holding fills with light, and then the room, my home, my car, my family, everything fills with light, the neighborhood, and then the planet. And the planet's just a great big ball busting with light. And all these I imagine these little hearts, all these little hearts coming out as love, So that I would just feeling the love, the whole planet loving each other. And that works for me. So you work out something that works for you. You can take part of what someone else's ritual and add your own to it, and eventually just make your own ritual out of it. Practice with different things and to do what feels good. That's the bottom line. What feels good to you. So in our spiritual growth reading today, we're going to start with the Mystic Art meditation cards. I got these on Amazon. Mystic Art Medicine. I always say something else that's different. Mystic Art Medicine. That's www.mysticartmedicine.com. And I got those on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon. The Mother Piece. And then I've been doing the Halloween tarot. I guess I'll do that till Halloween. So let's let Spirit pick out a card. And these cards, we don't read them upside down. They don't even make sense upside down. I like to keep them all. Here we go. Okay, Spirit. A card for Leo, spiritual growth, September 2016. Freedom. Wow, isn't that pretty? Can you see that card? There's a lady in there. Isn't that gorgeous? Freedom. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then I read it to you. A, B, C, D, E, F. So F is before G. Here we go. So, Cheryl Lynn writes little poems. So the Freedom card is Venus, the goddess of sexuality. Wow, Leo. Of course, that makes sense. You're a fire sign. Goddess of sexuality, open and free, I stand apart, open heart, full of light. I gotta read it like a poem, sorry. Goddess of sexuality, open and free, I stand apart, open heart, full of light, freedom of divine, my divine birthright. Wow. So, what does this say? It's too much to read, so I usually go around the second paragraph, and it seems to... well, this sounds good right here. In the painting of Venus, the goddess of sexuality, her arms are open to give love and receive all that the Creator has for her. Her hair spans out like the clouds, and her body is draped in an etheric cloak of light. Her essence and color reflect the spirit of peace and freedom. She is surrounded by watery emotions and the cosmos. She is under the full moon and the dark moon, all in one, indicating balance. In this watery world, she has learned to understand the realms of emotion. She stands as a silent witness in the place of equanimity. This composure allows her to receive gifts that come forth from mastering emotions, rather than her emotions taking her in an undercurrent of destructive hard knocks. She stands in a place of freedom, sensuality, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, and in all ways absolute. Wow, I want to be her. Holy moly. That sounds good. Check that out. That's the best card I've read yet. Love that card. Okay, so we're going to put that up here because we're going to try a new reading that I've been trying for everyone else. Basically, it's kind of like the Celtic Cross, but it's laid out in triangles. And these cards are a little harder. I don't know, they're a little harder to make a story out of. But we'll see. So, damn it. I didn't pull those cards out, did I? I went and shuffled them. Okay. Okay, so I've been using this what's it called? The the card that represents you. So it would be the priestess and what is it? Wands. And rather than making you sit here through this, I'm going to pause, find it, and be right back. Hold on. Okay, so you've done this before in readings where they pick the card that represents your suit and your sign, whether it's male or female, and it's like wands represent fire signs. And Leo, that's you. And since I have men and women viewers, I'm going to use both cards, and I'll just put them next to each other. And we don't have a big enough surface for my monster cards here. We could use the smaller cards. Okay, so the first card is the significator. And the second card is your atmosphere. So, and here I'll show you. Did I show you? The way it's laid out is in triangles. So that's in this triangle, and then we have these other triangles. So that's basically how the cards are laid out. And it's kind of the same deal as the Celtic Cross. So I'm just trying this. Trying it with all 12 of you. And it's going okay. I don't know how I laid out the cards last time. I forget how Spirit had me do it. I'd have to go back and look at the old readings. But the Celtic Cross didn't seem right with these cards, so Spirit had me do something different. I'd have to go back. So anyway, I found this and this layout, and it's meant for these cards. And so I thought I'd do it. So card number 2 is the atmosphere, and number 3 is the cross current. And it's like we lose a card, we lose a meaning. You know what? I'm going to put an extra card on there. Well, let's see. Seems like there's something missing when you don't have when you use the signet. Doesn't seem to have as much power. You know what? I just might stick those back in the deck and do it the same way I normally do a Celtic Cross. One cross and the other. Okay, let's stop shuffling. Let's make a decision. Here we go. Okay, so let's just do it the way we did the last ones. I just didn't feel like there was enough power behind it. But then again, that's kind of the way it is with these cards. Okay, so number 2 is the atmosphere. Oops. When the atmosphere is a meditative state of doing for others and to make yourself feel more centered. And if you have a question, ask your question, because there's a card, I think we come down to number 10, and it's like answers a question. So let's see how that goes. Ask a question. You ready? Okay. You can still think of it while I'm doing this. And then the card number 3 is the cross current, which is reversed. This is, see, she's, again, it's the 6 of discs, and it's a healing technique. She's giving healing energy to loved ones, and it heals herself. So it's like the same deal as 5, you know. And card number 4 is at the bottom here. And card number 4 is the 10 of Wands. This just looks like a celebration, freedom, a little different than... The 10 of Wands is a happy family card, isn't it? So, that's number 4. Number 5 represents... Okay, number 4, what does number 4 represent? It's the root, your foundation, the happy family. Number 5 is passing away. So this is what's moving into your past. So we're waiting for a card to come out. Here we go. And moving is the star. This is blessings, happiness, everything going well. It's also the card that represents Aquarius. So it could represent Aquarius person in your life. And number 6 is the sky, what's above you. And that's the Hierophant. The Hierophant stands for marriage and convention and society and the structure of how society works. Your near future is number 7. Let's see, that would be this card. And this is a card of mastery. Number 6, Wands. It's a mastery, and wands are creativity. It's number 6, number 7. And that goes, what, like about right here? And card number 8 represents how you feel about yourself. Wow. That's a pretty cool way to feel about yourself. 7 of Cups. This is all the energy coming from your crown chakra and pouring into 7 cups, including one on top of your head. So that's cool. I think this is usually I don't know. 7 of Cups is usually the ADD card, and they made it better than that, like spiritual choices. So 7 goes down here, and this represents your near future. So great stuff happening in the future. A spiritual, making good choices coming from your spiritual center. And card number 8. Where do you go, card number 8? Up there. Card number 8. No, is that card number 8? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 cards down. This was supposed to go. 7 was there. 8 is over here. Okay. Sorry about that. And card number 9. So self-mastery. Wow. And that's your self-concept, actually. Your self-concept is making choices that come from your higher self, from your crown chakra. And the number 9, which is up in that other corner, is your hopes and fears. So this is just really how you're feeling. Doesn't mean anything except that if you don't like the way it is, what it is, you can change it. So let's see what this is. Wow, and it's a good card. And this is giving birth to, or, harvesting what you've sown. And the way she looks pregnant there, it also looks like it's a birth to creative ideas. But you've sown, and now you're reaping what you've sown. So this is a great card. If there's a subject here, I don't know what it is. There's a lot of good wishes, and these are 2 about staying centered in regarding supply or finances, going inward to center yourself, and then with that centering yourself, these things happen on the outside. Okay, so the next card is number 10, and number 10 represents your home, your home, your house, the people that are important to you. And this is the 2 of Pentacles, about balance in family. Those look like reels, like movie reels, with a snake crawling through it. Well, that's interesting. You're balancing family and finances, balancing the home, and it's in the position of the home. Isn't that interesting? Number 10 is the position of the house. Is an individual or a group of people that are important to you. Number 11 is the outcome, and if it isn't major arcana, we do 3 more cards. So let's see. Number 11 goes down in this corner, and it's the outcome. I just found this morning when I was reviewing the book, and so I thought, oh, I'll do it. It's a little complicated with the placement of the cards, and I think it's because the cards are round. It's like I've been doing Celtic Cross forever, and it's just okay. So we have the Son of Cups, which is like the Knight of Cups. So there's a message of love, and then we're supposed to keep drawing until we get um, a major arcana or a total of 4 cards. We have the Seven of Swords reversed, so this is like the liar, cheater. This can also be something isn't well planned or somebody is cheating from you. I don't see anything that even relates to either. I'll just put this right here. And then we have the Priestess of Discs. So, it's like the Queen of Pentacles. But she's reversed, so, and there seems to be an issue. So, as we're trying to master, in this reading, you're trying to master your finances. Your financial situation with, see, you're balancing the family and finances, and then here a need to meditate. And a mastery of creativity. So it's a balance of creativity and finances and family. Sounds like everybody's life, huh? Okay, that card isn't coming out. And here we go. Another card of meditation. This is about creativity and staying centered and balanced. And we haven't gotten major arcana. I'm going to draw one more card. We got the Two of Swords. Again, another card of balance. So a real need to stay balanced and centered. And here, this card, I wasn't sure where to fit in, and it was reversed, which this card reversed can be that you've made bad plans, in this deck, I see making bad plans. So with a need for so much meditation and staying centered, I think that would fit in the sense that there's a choice you're going to make or something you're going to do, because the 2 is a choice that needs to be made. And here the figure 8, the infinity sign, she's making balance is required. So there's a choice that needs to be made, and you need to stay centered for it. That's what I'm getting. A choice that needs to be made, and you need to be centered for it. I mean, I don't know that I could clarify anything else here. Only that there's a choice that needs to be made regarding finances, and you need to stay centered. And we got this card again, the same as here. Otistic Spirit, is there anything else? This is the Wheel of Fortune, turning. And then 2 more cards. The Son of Swords, which is like the Knight of Swords. It's a message regarding the spoken word. And the Star again, which is all kinds of beautiful blessings and balance. And the Star is about, in the traditional deck, she's pouring water out of 2 different jugs. The endless supply of water, or stardust, or it's like Spirit always supplying you with what you need. What you need is always there. That's the meaning of this card in the traditional deck. An endless supply is always there for you. The Spirit will always supply what you need. I just, like, I keep putting the deck down. I don't think there's anything else to clarify here. What is this? The Hierophant? That card can represent marriage. But there's nobody, there's no men here, or there's no mate here, other than here she's massaging some guy here. Hey dude, who are you? Um, so it's like, here you are, a situation that's requiring we got a lot of cards about staying balanced, staying centered. Look at, even this looks like a balance. It's a mastery in balance. And it's regarding finances, energy. I'm going to do a reading with do I have any more fire signs? I'm going to save those cards. Yes, Sagittarius. I'm going to do a reading with the Halloween Tarot. Oops. Hello. Let's get them right. Okay, we put these two down here. Okay. Let's do the Halloween Tarot. Do a quick... I don't want you to forget this incredible card. Freedom. Damn. Was that good? Freedom from fear. Freedom from being controlled by your emotions, by being driven by your emotions. That's just like, you don't get caught up in stuff. I like that. Great card. It's like, can I be her? Please, let me be her. Okay, so, got the deck. Okay, Spirit. Such a little deck. Hardly a handful. Okay, Celtic Cross. We have the Ten of Bats reversed. Okay, so this is the end of a painful situation. So pumpkins are pentacles, ghosts are cups, bats are swords, and imps are wands. I don't expect you to remember that, but I will tell you what they mean. The Hanged Man is no longer hanging upside down. So you've gone through suffering, and that's over, and so is feeling like you're suspended and waiting. And the Ace of Pumpkins, is the Ace of Pentacles. See, plenty being handed to you by the hand of God. God is handing you candy. So what this means, reversed, still means the same thing. It doesn't matter which way this card comes. It can imply that there might be something, that's in the way, but it's still yours, or there is some slight delay. But in this position, it's like it's yours. It's already happening. It didn't make sense to be reversed in that position. Why am I shuffling? Okay, Spirit. Here we go. The Six of Bats, the Six of Swords, and there's a great deal of water here. So there's either a trip or a journey, night sea journey. I've never said that one. That would be a journey inward. I'm shuffling to do each card. Okay, well. And the Ace of Bats is the Ace of Swords. This is a victory. Bats hanging upside down. I thought the card was reversed. This is a victory. It can also be a victory over the spoken word. It can be, there's a lot of different victories the Ace of Bats can be. And it's a new beginning. Usually the aces are kind of like, they're about communication. This is the Eight of Bats. This is kind of a self-imposed pain. You've tied yourself all up, and you don't need to do that. You can get out of that. This is in your foundation, moving into the past. And, a lot of people don't even read Major Arcana. This isn't major opponent, but it's an ace of pumpkins, and that doesn't matter. With the aces are always yours. I'm going to turn it right side up. Because the aces are always yours. And I've been shuffling between each card. Don't know why. Okay. But I feel like Spirit is giving me cards. Knight of Ghosts. So this is a message regarding love that's being held up, and that's how you feel. And your environment is one of strength. And the Nine of Pumpkins, this is you. This is your hopes and fears. And your hopes and fears are to be financially successful, secure, to have built this beautiful life and to enjoy it. So that's a hope. That's not a fear. And your outcome is this card sticking out right here. Is the Page of Ghosts. So there's a message of love. So look at how sweet the ghost looks, his expression. There's a message of love. Look at this, and it's a little letter at the bottom. Do you see that? With a wax seal. It's a message of love. It's a really sweet card, actually. So do we need clarifiers here? So what we have is, from the hand of God, something, financial, a success. This is just a gift. It can be a gift of any kind. The sword is usually a victory. So if we apply this to the last reading, there'd be a victory over that financial struggle and the suffering, because here we have the Ten of Bats, and it's reversed. When this is reversed, you're done. It's over. You've been through it. You've been hanging, suspended, and that's done too. So whatever has been keeping you on the edge of your seat or feeling, like you weren't in touch with anything, I know that feeling. There's a victory over it. And this the hand of God is handing you, pumpkins, pentacles, financial security. And it looks like this has been an issue in the previous reading. So, and here this unhappiness has been self-imposed. It's at the bottom. You can move out of that. This is like moving out of the picture. This goes first. So, the Six of Bats, this could be a journey. Like what came to me is a night sea journey, or the journey within. That's what I got, was a journey within. That's what I heard, a journey within. So we have victory and success over what had been a difficult time. So if you've been going through something difficult, you're waiting for a message regarding love. Your outcome is the message of love. And meanwhile, your environment is strength, and your hopes is to be financially successful, and that seemed to be independent. That seemed to be a huge message in the previous reading. Okay, Leo, this is Kathy from Tarot Me a Story. I hope that was helpful. And I have finished the About Me on my website. There's a link to my website in the About Me, the story about me. You can read that. It's bizarre. It's not the regular story you hear about how people became psychic. Their journey. My journey was a little different. Thank you. See you next week. I hope this was helpful.